What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to 55 Fandom. So it is time for my Moonknight review. So I'm just going to jump straight into it because you know what it is. It's a spoiler review. If you haven't seen Moonknight, don't watch it. If you have seen Moonknight, enjoy. Here we go. Moonknight for me was one of the shows where I was not very excited for it. Like, I read the Moonknight comics, and I really did like them, but I just didn't know how Marvel would handle it, and there weren't many teasers or trailers or snippets, so I couldn't get hyped enough. But I have to say, this is one of the top MCU shows for me, probably my third favourite after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really liked this show. You know what I liked about it? I liked Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac should get an Oscar for his performance because he is ace. His British accent, I thought, was very decent because, remember, he's American. And I liked his persona when he changed. And obviously, when he was Stephen, who was British, he used a lot of British swear words, which I appreciated as well. So, what I liked, Oscar Isaac was just insane. Episode 5 was probably my favourite episode because I think he's going to be the next Willem Dafoe. He just plays Stephen and Mark so well. But the villain, let's talk about Ethan Hawke, right? I liked Ethan Hawke a lot. I think I liked his character more than most people. He was the first villain since Thanos. That really made me think about his motive and go, yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. And it could turn into this big debate, which I really like. I like that with villains. Killing people before they do the bad deed that they do, it definitely does get rid of it. But is it justified? Only thing I didn't like, how he got killed. It was stupid. And he wasn't very physical, which was a shame. And more of a backstory so we could connect with him. Because he's just an old dude with a staff who has a point. I didn't care too much for Layla. Like, she was a very cool addition. I did really like the actress, though. The costumes in this show were amazing. Whoever did the costume design, you should get a promotion. And I can see why they CG'd Moonknight a lot. A lot of people saying the CG looks kind of rubbish. They CGI'd him so they could get that hood bit right. Because when they do practical effects, you'll see that the hood is like off-centered or one side is squished. And so I can see why they did CG for most of the suit. But, you know, the CG doesn't look amazing in some bits. But I really do like the concept of the suit and I like the design. Like a lot. I also like the Mr. Knight suit. It looks really clean, just all white. And obviously the Moon Knight eyes and the mask, which is really good as well. I love the character arcs. I love Stephen's arc where he's going, well, I'm the same as you, Mark, so I can do that too. I also like the brotherly tension between them. They felt like real identical twin brothers. I love that scene where he goes, Stephen, come out of there. Come on, Stephen. And Stephen just watches Mark being helpless and not being able to save Stephen, and then he just sees Mark create him out of nothingness, and the pain in his voice. I'm not real. I thought I was the main one, but you made me up. Oh my, and then Mark going, no, Stephen. And then that bit where the mum comes in and she goes, you're going to learn how to respect me, and Mark is pushing him out the door. Mark, tell me what's happened in that room. Stephen, you don't need to see that. Tell me what's happened, Mark. Oh, it's beautiful. And I like episode 1 and 2 where he thinks he's going insane and the audience are like, is he going insane? Another complaint I have is he's not in the costume for long enough. There needed to be more fight scenes and more in the costume. Like 80% of this is Stephen and Mark out of the costume. I need more Moon Knight stuff, and as I'm showing you, this is all the Moon Knight stuff we got in the show, basically, which isn't a lot. Khonshu, for me, he needed to be a bit more mature. He kind of felt like a kid, like whining at Mark. He just seemed like a spoiled brat who was bored. Can we get on with this? You idiots, you can fly. I didn't really root for Khonshu, and at one point in the show, I thought, he's going to be made out to be the villain, isn't he? The Hippo was a good addition. I can't remember her name. What was her name? Hippo Lady. And then a few weeks after that was released, the Hippo song that Oscar Isaac made actually blew up. You know, the Hippopotamus. I think that should have been in the final scene. Also, I don't get, like, Layla bonded to the hippo, but she has wings. I don't really know, but she's a hippo. But again, who who am I to judge? But I think, like, the sets were beautiful. Some of the shots they did, some are really good shots. And I like the locations. Like, we weren't just stuck in New York for, like, an Iron Man or a Spider-Man film. We weren't just, like, in the World War for, like, a Cap film. No, we were in Egypt. We were in a new corner of the MCU, which is great. I love exploring new corners of the MCU and where they go in the world. But that's kind of my thoughts for Moon Knight. I think it's a great show. I think it could have done with a few more episodes, because the finale felt very, very rushed. It went very quick, and I don't think that helped the finale. Episode 5 was my favourite. But Jake Lockley, I mean, it was only teased at the end, and this is why I say when I don't like how Ethan Hawke's character was killed. And Jake Lockley, I mean, it was a very late addition, but obviously he was teased, obviously. People who read the comics, I mean, obviously, know who Jake Lockley is. So it was a really fun teaser. It's probably, like, some of the most hype I've gotten with a post-credit scene in Marvel. I was so hyped for it. I just wish we got him in the show. And I think we will see Stephen and Mark in the MCU again, but not as Moon Knight. When we see Moon Knight again, it'll be Jake Lockley. And it will be the Moon Knight that we love in the comics. The grittier Moon Knight. The Moon Knight who, doesn't say don't kill people. The Moon Knight who's beating thugs, smashing them to the ground, making them bleed. That is the Moon Knight that we're going to get when Moon Knight next appears. But I think Mark and Steven are going to appear in some way, shape or form as well. So that was my thoughts on Moon Knight. Love Jake Lockley reveal. Hope we see more of Jake Lockley. This isn't getting a season 2 apparently, which I don't believe. I think this will be renewed. But at the moment, there was no confirmation or no plans to do season 2. So, third favourite MCU show. Loved it, Marvel. Job well done. Thank you for a good show, Marvel. We're going to Miss Marvel next. Here we go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try and get some other Disney Plus show reviews out that I didn't get last year, like Loki. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, my friends, bye-bye.